Dear human, dear soul, I welcome you to my podcast series, Conversations with the Universe. Since a near-death experience, I have the gift to communicate with subtle levels of the cosmos. The knowledge from these for us invisible forms of energy I capture in my books, and it is now a great pleasure for me to share this knowledge, these conversations, with you as a supplement to the books. Please excuse me if the terms and articulations are not perfect. Our mother tongue is German, but we try to translate it to the best of our abilities. Thank you. We have now arrived at the part in the book named Salomon's Legacy, and we are starting the chapter Life. Hello, dearest Salomon, it's me again. Please go on, tell me what you would like to say next.
With pleasure. The most important part of this book will be about the interaction of the natural energy of your body with your immediate environment. Therefore, I would like to describe human nature as best I can, and hope that you will understand it. If you truly understand the energy that directs you, then you will realize that you are the key to it and no one else. No other components, just you alone. So I would like to describe the most important stations in the life of a human, accompanied by the various experiences and impulses. When a human life begins, impulses are set in motion as to how you experience your body for the rest of your life. That means that the feelings and emotions of each and every person are set during childhood. The course of time will shape and determine your progress, your judgment, your perception of the others, of that which is going on inside them, and much more. But most of all, your sensitivity. Of course, some predispositions have been passed on to you, your talent, for instance, Sylvia. But this little person's innate receptors for sensitivity are being shaped by the external impulses. Therefore, childhood is not just a time for the growth of your physical and mental abilities, it's more than anything the time for the development of your sensitivity. If you were a rose, fine and delicate, yet endowed with thorns, you would always be delicate, but you would also have to learn and to practice when and why to use your thorns. Interaction of the internal and external tools with the environment. So, when you have children and you wish to do good by them, you will help to form their tools for life and teach them to use them wisely. If you support innate talents early in life, they can turn into a thing of beauty and of benefit to the world. But reflection, understanding, and the necessary awareness to recognize these soul's gifts are usually lost through life's craving for distraction and survival. If you recognize your life as an exceptional and unique chance, your point of view will expand, and every step yet to take in this life will be taken entirely in order to realize the potential of your soul, not just your egoistical wishes.
Dear King Salomon, would you like to go through the steps of life one by one now, or would you like to speak and comment upon selected words of wisdom?
I will do that too, yes. Please, to record the individual steps of being first, because that will better clarify the interplay of the various tools and circumstances. Next, we will go to the time of puberty. There, the most various tools and physical components will be turned upside down, as in an hourglass, or whatever you call this. All the physical components will be disturbed by hormonal change. Knowing this, all people should treat adolescents with love and respect, because they are like lost children that have already left their home in one respect, yet cannot contain their fear of the unknown. Few of them are stable during this time. A powerful confusion lies on most of them, and they can scarcely control themselves. If you see and recognize the components of this confusion and grasp it, you will help them as if they were children taking their first steps. The most important thing for them will be the compassion of their environment, as long as the young person does not feel any stability himself. Very intense, but in a different way, and a further test of character is the time of the creation of one's own life. If you want to be perceived as being active in business, you will take the necessary steps. If you do not wish to do this, will take other roads in order to find your destiny. But the most important thing in all of this is to be true to your feelings. Intuition will be the most important tool of your life, because it is the sensation of the organ that gives life to your soul. As intuition speaks to you in the shape of waves, voices, or just feelings, the soul speaks to you. Your action during the time as a human being should always be directed by intention and its energy. But if you cannot find access to it, you should attend seminars and practice in order to regain this path. It is really important. Only if you feel your intuition clearly, you are in direct connection with the power of your soul. If you do not feel it, you do not only lose energy every day, but you turn the human path into the slavery of tumbling helplessly between the demands of your own ego and those of others. All of this is so easy to transcend and break, but you need to be ready to really feel your intuition inside you and to live it. Through the deterioration of your body, life will provide other energies for you in order to realize your impulses. Therefore, please take to heart that the energy of the young adolescent being inside will become less, ever and ever less. So take care to preserve and collect your energy as if it were gold, silver, or all the worldly resources that you put value on. All the energy of the cosmos does not get lost, but the physical energy does. So if you plan to do great things in life, then you should start early, because only then you will have enough vigor and impetus to preserve with it. But I do not mean to maintain that it is only the young who have the possibility to set impulses. Of course the old can do this, too. But they will need more energy than they think in order to do this. Therefore, please, take heed to follow the seasons of your life. The summer, when the sun is in its zenith, it's the time to set the deepest, the most beautiful, the greatest and wisest impulses of your existence. If you do this in autumn, you will need more energy. If you have already set your life's impulses, their enjoyment should be experienced as another important step in your being. If you do not experience enjoyment, you will be lost like a child in a dark room. The enjoyment of life is the magic of the material world. Working, creating, giving impulses are things that demand balance of your body and your soul. So be aware that this component is very important in your life and for your soul. Enjoy. Seek out a form of enjoyment that makes time immaterial. Seek balance in order to signal to your body and spirit that life is not just work, but also enjoyment. And to sum up, I would like to point out that this time of enjoyment at the end of life should also, very importantly, employed for reflection on the things that the soul is speaking to you about, on the things that it still might have to express. If it wishes to feel its being and the experience thereof exclusively as a soul, then live it. Use the time, use your chance, as long as you can. At the end of the day, just a single statement will be read in your book of life. A time of joy or not.
But why the joy?
Because joy gives wings to the soul. Just like all energy in the cosmos moves everything, joy can move your souls, and if there is only little joy, well, it cannot. But it will be better for your development and evolvement if you had fortified yourself with much joy. Therefore, please heed my words at the end of this chapter. Do become masters of joy in all that you do. Live in joy as often as you can. Be aware that only joy gives light to your souls. Only the power of joy can lift your soul. Be mindful and loving, for it is the nature of your soul. If you support the power of the cosmos in your soul, you will be supported by the cosmos in a give and take of action and reaction. Thus, the soul works in the cosmos, and the cosmos works in the soul.
Very impressive words. Have you got anything else to say on this subject?
No.
Then I thank you very much for this. But I have another question which I will record in another chapter. Thank you very, very much. Love.
Thank you, dear Sylvia. Love.